Hello and welcome to Hops and Bros. You see this? I was on a horse.
Yeah, and you're clapping with
Coconuts.
so grab beer 101 on
Concept.
coconuts.
For an open window on the crowded world, Max and Chris from Ups and Ups and welcome to Ups and Bros. Yeah.
This week in Craft Beer 101, we'll be looking at coconut.
Coconut in
Coconut.
beer, more specifically. And this one, it's been itching us a little bit because
I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan of coconut either.
There are two things. Well, actually, let's talk about my story. There are two beers in my life that I dumped.
Okay.
Okay.
Two beers.
One had lavender in it.
Okay.
'Cause you know what lavender is in mostly?
Yeah.
Soap.
So, yeah.
So as soon as I taste lavender, for me, it's soapy. It tastes soapy. And then coconut, because there's coconut in sunscreen. So I was never really a big fan of coconut. But in some cases, the flavors can change.
Can change,
It can be a
and-
little more nutty. It can be a little more roasty. It can be a little more sweet.
Yeah.
There's different things you can do, right?
Because there's different ways to adapt your beer to the coconut, or to adapt the coconut to your beer, or to
Ooh.
transform it. Yeah, it's quite mind blowing. When we did the whole research about it, we were kind of like more overwhelmed, and we went past the pina colada to explain to you guys
You like
what's coconut in
pina
there.
coladas. I'm not going to finish the song because we're going to get charged for this.
Exactly. So
you get that extract.
Exactly, and hopefully you liked it. So go check it out on Spotify. This is Mac's single project called Pina Coladas. So only different covers.
Margaritaville.
Yeah, exactly.
Like pina colada. So,
All right.
anyways,
so where does it start off in
well,
brewing,
see,
or mostly in general? Because
See, no, that's the thing about
Yeah.
coconut or about beer in general. So, when you think of beer, especially darker beers, you would think something a little more northern, a little more boreal, a little more on the side of harsh winters, hard work,
beards.
having to survive. Big beards. You would think,
Of
like
guys.
like old school Germans, just very strong, and they come back home and they drink a very big,
Hefty
tall
beer.
glass, hefty beer. But with modern times and how the beer went from those regions and came to other regions in the world, people started brewing with ingredients that were proper to where they were, such as
Oh.
coconuts.
but where is it mostly found? Coconuts.
Well, it's mostly in the tropics.
Mostly in the
and
tropics.
Also, we did a stouts. It was something stouts that was in the tropics as well.
Oh, foreign
Extra stouts. Yes, which
exactly.
is completely different. Let's not talk about that right now.
But you
Just
can watch it
yeah.
right now if you want. No problem.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the comments below
It's on the
or
YouTube.
anywhere. It's gonna be somewhere. Just Craft Beer 101. It's
yeah.
further back.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
coconuts. And one of the first breweries to, or actually microbreweries to
Yeah.
make it a little more popular was actually Maui. Now, interesting story about Maui in Hawaii. I had a chance to taste some Maui
Yeah,
beers.
we have a
We
can
couple
somewhere on the bar.
Yes, we do. Thank you, Larry Payton. And also, you sent us a message recently, and we're
Yeah.
very proud of your progress and
Your
Untapped.
550 beers over a year.
Over a year, it's incredible. It's
Incredible.
awesome. We hope to one day reach that. We're not there yet. I don't know where we're at.
On Untap or beer
Just
general?
in general, we've got to be close.
We gotta be close, but I just don't track it.
No, exactly, same here. But anyway, so he brought some back from Hawaii on his trip, and he had me taste some, and it was the one with the pineapples in it, which was really good. It was a pineapple IPA. It's really interesting. Again, putting fruits in beer, it kind of pairs well. It's a good mix.
It's a really good mix.
Not like coconut and beer. I mean, no, it's fine. It's okay. Coconut and beer, yeah, you can do it if you want. So, they would be the first ones to actually do it and popularize it. That was in 2005, so it's very
Okay.
recent to mass produce beer with coconuts in it. And that's it, man. Other breweries have started doing it. They're starting to do different things. But speaking of different things, Chris, what can you do with coconut and beer aside from throw it out? I mean, taste is subjective. Everyone can have their own taste.
He has a lot of hate. You can't,
I have a lot of hate.
Yeah, you
A lot
can
of
see
hate.
it. And
My
for my
heart
part,
is dark.
right now, this dark beer, is taking me over.
It's taking you over.
seriously. Yeah. I'm really pleased by this beer right now because there's coconut in there, but it's well balanced. And this is the key with all adjuncts we're talking about, the balance. But coconut, Max already talked about it, but it mostly originated using in Malaysian cuisine. So
Yes.
I just wanted to state that a little bit, just because I sound cool, but you can find coconut, and they do coconut milk, coconut water, coconut oil.
Yeah, it was very popular in their cuisine, and I guess it did stem from there a bit.
Exactly.
In the sense that as soon as you started brewing beer, you brew beer with the ingredients you have.
Exactly. But when it comes to getting coconut in your beer, so it comes in different forms. So yes, you can buy the straight up nuts and use it shredded by yourself and put it in your beer. But you can have the shredded version of it. It's getting in. Oh shit. Yeah, it's in my beer now.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, Chris.
That's
Sorry,
all right.
Dad.
Sorry, Dad. Two times.
Yeah.
We did two shits
I don't know.
and one.
Definitely, the
Yeah.
first shirts we're going to have are going to have to say,
Yeah.
sorry, Dad.
Sorry, Dad.
Anyways,
We have to do
shirts?
it.
We're not going to have shirts. Who said shirts? Please continue.
We said shit, not shirts.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, Dad.
So coconut oil, mostly I use it in my own shakes at home. I like, it doesn't put on too much flavors into what I'm doing, and it's also really good for your health. You can replace butter with coconut oil when you need oil base into your meals. But then you get the chips, you get all that. You can get your coconut pretty much everywhere in different forms. But when you put it in the beer, there's different school of thoughts. So most people like to use it this way. So shredded but sweetened. So there's sugars in this one. But it's harder because it creates added sugars to your beer. So more sugars from fermentation. So you lose that kind of track on the alcohol side of your beer.
So it's like when you use honey, 95% of the honey is going to be transformed by your yeast. So it's going to add a lot more alcohol than what you're planning. So you're not really getting the flavors.
Exactly.
You're getting mostly the alcohol content, which it's not always what you want. Not always. Sometimes.
Because this time it gives you a more sweet coconut, which is, I think, what you don't like in coconut and what I don't like. When it's too sweet and it tastes like soap.
Sure.
Or sunscreen or whatever.
For me, it's mostly the sunscreen flavors that I don't like.
Were you eating sunscreen when you were young?
I mean, you know,
Max, Dad, if you're watching, was he eating the sunscreen all the time?
You know, sometimes you're thirsty. You know, you need to get it in you.
Yeah.
And by the way, I did not plan to use this. It just came out. So kudos to BOS because your taglines work, man. They're in my head.
Perfect. You're everywhere. But what's really recommended to create a more natural flavor with coconut in your beer is roasting the raw coconuts. So shredded, but not sweetened. So what they recommend usually is roast the coconuts at like a low heat, but for a longer period of time to get that nice roastiness. And it pairs really, really well with those darker beers. The roastiness of the malts just balances out that nice coconut flavors and it complements the rest of it. But we also tried some beers coconut paired with pineapple on the IPA side, and this is where the sweetened part of the coconut comes because it just balances out the flavors. It's well with the fruitiness, create that nice sweetness to the beer, and it kind of like it's different balance, and it feels tropical at the same time. It warms your heart. Feels a little bit like you're in the cell dancing, drinking some pina coladas, but except it's a really good beer. Yeah. We can't really plug the song again.
Well, you know, if you like pina coladas,
you can't, or maybe getting caught in the rain, something like that.
I mean, getting caught in the rain can be interesting.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Carry on, yes. So,
My wayward son.
It rounds up the way you can use coconut in your beer, but you gotta be careful because coconut contains oils, and oils destroy the air retention on your beer. So roasting the coconut will help keeping that air retention
But then
in your
the more
beer.
you roast, the less of the flavors you get. Or you get more roasty flavors and you get coconut flavors. So it's kind of a balance.
So you need to balance out your roastiness of the coconut to get the balance right for your air retention, to get the balance right for the flavors in your beer. So it's
Seems
all
like
about
a lot
yoga.
of work. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work brewing
You
with
got to
coconuts.
center yourself to be able to center your beer.
Center yourself on the coconut, aim, and then boom, you get the right flavors. Yeah. Right amount of burps in every single beer. So this rounds up the coconut episode. It's a hard one for us because it's not a flavor that we really enjoy. But
the thing is, when Chris texted me and said, "Do you want to do coconuts tonight for the Craft Beer 101?" My first instinct was, no, I hate that.
Yeah.
But then my second instinct was, That's going to be a very interesting episode because I'm going to hate everything that
Every
we say
single thing.
throughout the episode.
Yeah.
And it's just, again, taste is subjective. Everyone has a different taste.
Yeah.
You're not going to taste the same way that your buddy's going to taste. I mean, our biggest example is IPAs. I like fruity IPAs. You like more
Piney IPAs.
Piney IPAs. You know, anyways. And this is one of those where I really don't like coconuts, and I would rather it not be in my beer. But some people love it, and I totally respect that.
So keep being creative in your whole brewing experience out there. We do enjoy those nice, brightful ideas when they get into our glass. What's next for the viewers, Max?
So, if you like this video, please leave a like down there. If you want to subscribe, because that's something you're into.
Exactly.
Again, that's another quote from another YouTuber. Anyways, I'm bad with that right now.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways,
Okay, yeah.
so let's just not mention it.
No.
Sorry. Anyways, so if you
Sorry,
like...
Peter.
Yeah, sorry, Peter. If you like the video, please subscribe, leave a like, and go check us out on Patreon.
Yeah.
So if you want to buy some beer, if you want to participate in the... what's it called again?
The Discord channel.
Discord
it's
channel.
A chat, built for you guys to engage with us, do recommendations, or just chat. You're drinking a beer, hop on there, and
basically with Patreon, you buy us a beer and you let us know what you would like for us to review with that money that you give us.
Exactly, yeah.
And we will do our best to find it and to review it, or do a Craft Beer 101 if it's something you're into.
exactly.
I can't stop myself.
Yeah, you're just into everything. Yeah. So smash that like button, 2018 style, and we see you guys in the next video.
Sorry, Peter, we love you. We're big fans. Okay.
If you're watching.
If you're watching.
if
You're
you're
watching, honestly, and you let us know you watched.
And you get to the 12 minutes
oh,
of the video.
dude, that
Yeah,
would
yeah,
make
yeah.
us so happy.
Yeah. I have a hard on right now just for that.
Weird.